Okay, let's bring in Michael Glennon, the CEO of Glennon Capital, joining us live on this set. Macquarie approached you at all?
No, haven't approached us. We might be a little bit small for Macquarie.
No takeover offer as yet.
Definitely not, unfortunately.
Now, Michael, do you see any? Are you invested in any of the smaller players out there? I mean, clearly your focus is the small caps.
Look, we haven't, because I think investing in those small funds management players, it's a good time to be buying them, but it's still hard for those businesses to grow in this market. There's net outflow from investments. It's all going to cash. So in that market, the share prices have come off a lot, and I would have thought they've been attractive for both the private equity and the larger financial services players.
So, like who? What sort of names?
The AMP, who've just merged with AXA, they've got to look for more acquisitions. Macquarie said they're interested. The banks need to make acquisitions. They're not growing their businesses as well as the industry funds, and there's that overriding push towards self-managed super as well.
Yeah, I want to switch pace and just briefly talk about the inflation numbers we had up today. Really contained, in fact, the lowest that we've seen in about a decade or so. This is obviously going to make the retail space potentially look even less attractive because we're not getting huge growth in prices when it comes to inflation. Is that the way you're looking at it?
Yeah, look, we're right out of the retail sector at the moment, but we think there's a lot of value emerging, and we've seen, the recent bid for Billabong, and it's a very different proposition to being able to invest in the business like a private equity business where you can take a 3 to 5 year view. Outstanding value, I think, in retail if you can take that 3 to 5 year view, but in the short term, there's probably going to be a bit more weakness in the retail stocks.
You're not in it at all?
Not in it at all, no.
What do you like?
And it's been good for us. The portfolio is very defensive. So we've got a large position, as I mentioned last time, in RHG. We've got a lot of cash in the fund. We've got infrastructure stocks, things where we just don't think the market's going to go up over the next 12 months. And we've got some very small businesses that are doing well in light of the economy. Yeah,
well, talk to us about those. I think we touched on some of these last time you were on, but M2 Telecommunications, Cardo and Silver Chef are the ones you've told us about today.
Performed very well. I mean, the small cap market's been abysmal over the last 12 months. It's really underperformed the large caps. And they're three businesses that have done well in an environment where the market's coming back. There's not a lot of growth in the economy. Inflation's not high. But in their niches, Cardo's got a lot of offshore earnings. M2's doing well, taking market share off bigger companies like Telstra. And Silver Chef seems to be kicking goals all the time.
What exactly is Silver Chef? Tell me about
it. Does leasing on equipment for restaurants and the catering business. It's growing, it's moving into different segments. It is a very small business, only a couple $100 million market cap, but very well run, very competent management, and has been a good performer. We've held the shares for a few years now, and it's continuing to kick goals.
Okay, all right. Michael, really good to have you with us.
Okay,
Thanks for joining us once again. And Matt, we'll see you tomorrow.
You will.
Yeah, another busy day.